Oh, well, so I guess it's more of an overarching question, just sort of, we've talked about why academia is a great place to do some of the R&D that we really need today, right? And so I'm curious, just as we're looking forward into the future and just in your experience so far with the center, have you seen an increasing amount of interest from industry in partnering more closely with academia over the past year, 2 years? And do you see that, now that the center's fully fledged and formed and exists, do you see that interest continuing to increase?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead,
100%.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely evidenced here with our partnership with TriLink. But when I was in PacBio, I mean, they and other companies that I had spoken with, like everybody is understanding or realizing the real value of academic centers for discovery, right? Because, as we've talked about earlier, it's an inhibited prospect if you're at a biotech company or pharma company when you have timelines and deadlines and programs. So I think companies are going to continue to grow their interest in trying to partner with academic institutions to help foster these early ideas, and with the idea that it's going to come back to them so they can work on the other end of the research pipeline.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and this modality really is sort of unique among all other modalities out there because it's not like if you're doing a small molecule, how are you going to reiterate that and learn? Where here, it's a basic building block. It has to do one thing, which is to make a protein.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a rule book for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we can, it is the messenger of the genetic code. And we can get it to communicate any information we want. And so that's where why industry is so fascinated by this technology and why they're approaching places like us in order to say, well, what can we do together? And yeah, I only see that interest continuing to go up and up and up in the next few years. This is a technology that's simply not going to go away. It's not.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
At the helm of a publication called Advancing RNA, we certainly hope it goes nowhere.
kind of your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
What's the next big agenda item for the RNA Innovation Center in terms of its growth and development and go forward plan?
Well, as of Thanksgiving, we are fully operational. So, because we were in the building stage until right now. So we have a number of projects that are on deck. We're gonna be able to dive into them now. So that is the first step in activity, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we grow these smaller individual faculty-based projects, we want to expand out from there. And we have some conversations going on about how to leverage this technology in unique ways. Like we're, talking with the Applied Physics Lab here at Johns Hopkins on maybe there are things that we can do outside of medicine, more in sort of the technical space, and continue to work with our partners in the federal government to push this technology in a unique fashion. So we're really interested in partnering with groups that want to take on large problems, and because I think that's where we're particularly good, or will become very good at is not just meeting the needs of the individual, but also of the bigger industry as a whole. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where should those groups, those potential partners and researchers who are interested in learning more about what you guys are doing, where can they learn more? Where can they be in touch with you?
they can either contact
Yeah.
me or Michelle directly, or
Mhm.
we have a
We have a
website.
website
Yeah.
and a LinkedIn page.
Mhm.
So
All right.
many
Well,
avenues.
Maybe some t-shirts in the future.
Yeah, we're gonna get t-shirts. We'll
I'll help you come up with slogans. You're welcome in advance.
don't forget the link to the Venmo, okay?
Yeah. Just personal Venmo at the bottom of each t-shirt.
I think I would
Chief
lose.
Marketing Officer.
send me your Venmo. We'll put that in the show notes
Yeah.
too.
That's right.
Michelle, you want to get in on this too?
I guarantee the
100%.
Yeah, I guarantee the inbound interest in the offering is going to far exceed the inbound Venmo, but we'll put it out there just in case.
It's fine.
Well, guys, this is I feel like we've just scratched the surface. Michelle, to your point, you're fully operational. There's some projects in the works. We're going to have to revisit.
We have to have you back, man.
We're gonna have to revisit down the road and learn about some of that project work and stay up to date with the progress of the RNA Innovation Center, and any number of these things. The vaccine conversation. I'd welcome that.
Yeah.
Jeff, vaccine politics.
This is
There's a lot. Yeah.
Everybody's reputation it's a hot topic.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
I was
ready.
sitting here dreaming up an episode dedicated to the application of RNA technologies in veterinary science as a means of reestablishing public trust.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about there, right? Like
There is a lot to talk about. And, and there are people that are trying to help in this space. That's what, in part, the mission of the Alliance for mRNA Medicines is about, to really try to, change the public narrative. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us, and it's important that the public realizes that these technologies are not there as they're not bad technologies that are meant to just make people money. They are technologies that actually are saving people's lives, and they're going to become very important in the next few years. And and it's a technology that really started with Operation Warp Speed during the Trump administration, and it was launched during that time, and we have to embrace it. And we really have to rally around it as a technology.
It's here to stay.
It's here to stay. Yeah, it's in us and it's here to stay. So
yeah. Well, congratulations on the progress you've made with the Innovation Center to date, and the role that you're playing in that messaging and that work. And like I said, we're definitely going to have you back on the show. I've heard that you guys and Anna Rose hang out on the road quite a bit. So
this is the next time we do this. There will be Manhattans and perfect Manhattans and other forms of bourbon involved, because that's when the conversation gets.
Let's do it in Manhattan.
Really lit.
Yeah. I'm there.
I'm
there.
Traveling.
I wasn't going to bring it up. Okay. You just did.
Yep.
But yeah, she'll let me know, I'm sure, when you guys are ready to come back on and share an update. But in the meantime, thank you both so much for
being on.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. It was fun. Thanks a lot.